Hi, this is Munson from Munson Music, and we're going to talk about how you could strum through a song called Somebody That I Used to Know by WOTE. And I'm kind of working off the Walk Off the Earth cover for this particular version for acoustic guitar. And we're going to start with a really easy way to strum through this, and then we'll talk about all the licks that kind of happen through the tune. But it's going to start out on a D minor chord. And the way you play D minor, first finger is going to go high on the first fret, second finger on the G on the second fret, and the third finger is going to go to the B string on the third fret. And if you strum just the top four strings, just D, G, and B, and E, then that gets you your clear sound. That's called D minor. It sounds really, really sad. And then from D minor, we're going to go to a C major chord. And the way you play C major, first finger is going to go to the B string on the first fret, second finger is going to go to the D on the second fret, and the third finger is going to go to the A string on the third fret. And if you strum all those together, that makes a C major chord, and it sounds really, really happy. And our verses are actually just revolving between those two chords. We're going D minor, C major, D minor, C major. But a lot of times with a song like this, to make it more interesting, I like using a strum pattern. And what I would do is do a down, down, up on each of those chords to kind of half them. So you'd have D minor, down, up, C, down, down, D minor, down, down, 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 C, down, down. So that's our intro, but it's also kind of our verse. And that stays the same until we get to our chorus part. And on our chorus, we're going to be going from the D minor to the C major. And then there's a B flat major chord. And there's an easy way to do this, and there's kind of a hard way to do it. The more difficult way is to do the bar B flat major. So if you know that one, you take your first finger and put them across the first fret. And then you take your second finger and go D string on the third, third finger on the G string on the third, and the pinky on the B string on the third. And if you strum all those together, that makes a B flat major, which sounds really, really happy. Now a lot of times for myself, I like to do kind of a double bar instead of doing the 2, 3, and 4. I'll take my third finger and kind of cover over the D, G, and B string to kind of do that same chord with just 2 fingers instead of all 4. But a really easy way to do that B flat major is to go first fret on the high E on the first fret, third finger is going to go to the G on the third fret, and the pinky goes to the B string on the third fret. And if you strum just the top 3 strings with that, that's a little B flat major. And actually you could even use the D string in that and kind of make it a slightly bigger one. Or if you can make the second finger stretch to the D string on the third at the same time, you can just do the top 4 strings for that chord. But I think it sounds a lot more powerful to kind of use the bar chord for that. And basically we'll be doing our same strum pattern through our chorus, but now we're going D minor, C, B flat, C. So just to try that, you'd have D minor with down, down, C, down, down, B flat, down, down, C, down, down, D minor, down, down, C, down, down, B flat, down, down, C, down, down, D minor, down, down, C, down, down, B flat, down, down, C, down, down, D minor, down, down, C, down, down, B flat, down, down, C, down, down. So that basically stays the same until we get past our verse and get to our bridge part. So after the third verse, we're going to be going to an F major for our bridge part. And the way you play an F major, if you know the bar F major, we'll talk about an easy one or a substitution in a minute. But you take your first finger and do the whole first fret as a bar. Second finger is going to go G on the second fret. Third finger on the A on the third fret. And the pinky goes on the D string on the third fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds an F major chord. And it sounds really, really happy. But a good substitution for that chord is something called F major 7. The way you play F major 7, first finger is going to go B on the first fret, second finger is going to go G string on the second fret, and third finger is going to go to the D string on the third fret. And if you strum just the top 4 strings, just D, G, B, and E, that gets you your clearest sound out of that. That's called F major 7. So if you want to use that as a substitution, you could. And on the bridge part, we're going to use one of my favorite strum patterns for a 4/4, which is down, down, up, up, down, up. So if you just take that F and just tried that a lot, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. And that's basically our bridge is doing that one chord. So just to try that one more time, I'm going to use the bar this time. You got the F, down, up, down, F, down, down, up, down, F, down, down, up, down, F, down, down, up, down, back to our chorus part where we have the D minor, down, C, down, E flat, down, C, down, D minor, down, C, down, E flat, down, C, down, D minor, down, C, down, E flat, down, C, down, D minor, down, C, down, E flat, down, C, down. So that becomes our kind of our outro tune at the very end. But that would be a really easy way to strum through the tune, but there are a lot of really cool licks that you may want to incorporate into it if you're kind of playing it out. So it actually starts with a bass solo that kind of implies the D minor and the C chord. And the way you play that, you go 5th fret on the A string, and then we're going to play it again, and then go to 3rd fret on the A string, and then play 3rd fret again. And then we kind of just repeat that. So we got 5, 5, 3, 3, 5, 5, 3, 3, 5, 5, 3, 3, 5, 5, 3, 3. Now another one of the parts that kind of implies those two chords is kind of up the neck, and this is and kind of the high part is where you got 13th on the high E string and then 14th fret on the G string. And you could kind of take fingers to play these together if you wanted to try and get them at exactly the same time. Or you could do the pick and a finger to kind of get them at the same time. And then we're going to be going to 12th fret on the G and the B string, which kind of implies the C chord. So the 13, 14 kind of implies the D minor, and the 12, 12 kind of implies the C. So you got 13, 14, 12, 12, 14, 13, 12, 12, 14, 13, 12, 12. So that's one of the other parts that kind of comes in. Now for myself, I like to incorporate those two parts and kind of do little pieces of other D minors and C chords. So a lot of times what I'll do is I'll start 5th fret on the A string for the bass part, and then take 2nd finger and go B string on the 6th, and 3rd finger on the D string on the 7. And if you kind of play those two notes together, that kind of implies the D minor. So it's almost like the bass note high part, and then you go back to the bass note, and then you slide down to 3rd fret on the A string, which is kind of a C note for the C chord part, and then you do 5th on the D string and 5th on the B string at the same time, and then that kind of implies the C chord, and then you do the bass again, and then you start that over again. So you have 5th fret, 7 and 6, 5, 3, 5 and 5, 3, 5, 7, 6. That could be a cool way to kind of work those two parts together. But then there's a really cool lead guitar part that Gianni's playing, where you start 5th fret on the G string, and we do that twice, and then we go to 8th fret on the B string, and we do that twice, and then we go to the high E and go 5, 6, and then 8. So we got 5, 5, 8, 8, 5, 6, 8, but then we go back to the high E 5, and then the B string 8, and then we're going to 6th fret on the B string twice, and then 5th fret on the B string twice, and then 7th fret on the G string twice, and then we go back to 5th fret on the G. So it's kind of a little walking scale part where you're kind of going 5, 5, 8, 8, 5, 6, 8, 5, 8, 6, 6, 5, 5, 7, 7, 5. And then that part gets repeated where we do that 5, 5, 8, 8, 5, 6, 8, 5, 8, 6, 6, 5, 5, 7, 7, 5. But then it kind of comes in with a little tag part where you go to 7 on the G twice, and then we go to 5th on the B, and then 7th on the G again twice, and then we take 8th fret on the B string and kind of do a slide to 10. So that last tag, you got 5, 5, or I'm sorry, 7, 7, 5, 7, 7, 8, 10 slide. So all together you got 6, 6, 5, 5, 7, 7, 5, 5, 5, 8, 8, 5, 6, 8, 5, 8, 7, 7, 5, 7, 7, 8, 10 slide. So that could be kind of cool to kind of incorporate that into it too. And then there's kind of a little lead part that happens through part of our verse where we go 7th on the G, and then we go high on the 5th, and then we go 8 on the high E, 8 on the B, and then 5 on the high E, and then 8th fret on the B, and then 7th fret on the G twice. So you got 7, 5, 8, 8, 5, 8, 7, 7, and then we go 5th on the B, and then that kind of starts over again. We go back to the 7, 5 on the high E, 8th fret on the high E, 8 on the B, 5 on the high E, 8 on the B, and then 7 on the G, G. And then at the very end of that lick, you kind of do the 8-10 slide we were doing earlier, where we got 8 to 10 slide. So you got 7, 5, 8, 8, 5, 8, 7, 7, 5, 7, 5, 8, 8, 5, 8, 7, 7, 8, 10 slide. But then something else when we get to our chorus part is that same way that I'm kind of putting the bass line and the high part together. Well, one other thing that you could do in the chorus part for that is because your bass line is kind of following the D, C, B flat, C. So now your bass line's turned into 5, 5, 3, 3, 1, 1, 3, 3 on the A string. So you're going D, D, C, C, B flat, C, C, and kind of repeating that. And the chords that are kind of working too, if you're going to do that hybrid part, you can do that 5th fret on the A string, just like the verse part, and still do the 7/6 part, and then do your bass on the A, and then we're going to move that down to 3rd fret for the C note, do 5 on the D, 5 on the B string for the C chord, and then we play the bass again on the A string, but then we're going to slide that whole shape back to 1st fret, and then do A string for the bass, and then 3rd fret on the D, 3rd fret on the B string, to kind of imply the B flat chord, and then you play your bass again, and then we go back to the A string on the 3rd, and for the C chord, and kind of do the 5, 5 again. So that would be another way to do the chorus part, is doing that D minor with the 5, 6, 7, 5, 3, 5s, 3, 1, 3s together, 1, 3, 5s together, 1, 3, to kind of imply that chord progression. 5, 6, 7, 5, 5, 3, 5. But I'm really thinking the chords D minor, C, B flat, C, for those parts there. But then when we get to our bridge part, there's actually kind of a little lead that kind of happens over that. Actually there's a part before that. We're right before the last verse. We're doing a bass solo where we're doing that 5, 5, 3, 3, 5, 5, 3, 3, 5, 5, 3, 3, 5, 5, 3, 3 on the A string. And then there's kind of a lead part that comes in over that, where you're doing 6th fret on the B string twice, and then we're going to 5th fret on the B string, and then we're doing that 4 times. So we're going 6, 6, 5, 5, 5, 5, 6, 6, 5, 5, 5, 5, 6, 6, 5, 5, 5, 5. And if you want to make that slightly more interesting, you could harmonize those notes. You could take 6 on the B string with 7th on the G string, and kind of do those together, and then do 5th fret on the E and the B and the G string. So 5th on the E, 5th on the G string at the same time. So you'd have 6, 7, 5s together, 6, 7, 5s together, or you could even use fingers to kind of get those to happen at exactly the same time, which could be kind of a cool thing to try too. And then when we finally get to our bridge part, right after that last verse, when we got kind of the F major that's going on in the chords, there's another really cool lead that comes in on that, where you're going 5th fret on the high E, and then 8th fret on the B string, and then high E8, and then 5th fret on the high E, and then 8th fret on the B, and then 7th on the G, and then 5th on the high E, and then 8th fret on the B, and then high E8, and then 5 on the high E, and then 8th fret on the B. So that could be a cool thing to add too, is that lead part for the bridge, that, and then 8, 5, 8, 7, 5, 8, 8, 5, 8. So basically that's what you need to know to kind of play Somebody That I Used to Know, and kind of follow that Walk Off the Earth version, which is super, super cool, and I love them. But anyway, but good luck!